Hi everyone, this is just a short video to give some context into the reaction of the British government in relation to Hitler's early foreign policy. It is easy for us as historians looking back, because we know what happens later on in the period, it is easy for us to judge the British politicians of their time as naive, to believe the words of Adolf Hitler and ignore his actions. One of such politicians that is quite often blamed with this policy that we call appeasement is Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain. He often bears the brunt of criticism for the British government's failure to deal with what was going on in Germany. But I want to talk about Lord Lothian, because before the remilitarisation of the Rhineland, Lord Lothian was one of the very few British politicians that had actually met Adolf Hitler in person. He comes back and he tells the British government Germany does not want war and is prepared to renounce it absolutely, provided she is given real equality. So he is bought into what Hitler is saying. At this point, Hitler is telling the powers of Europe that all he wants to do is to make Germany a great nation again, to restore its pride, to get revenge for the treaty. Now, Lothian agreed with Hitler that the treaty was wrong and overly harsh, and that the ills of the treaty were to be overturned in time. So when Hitler remilitarised the Rhineland, Lothian famously says that Germany is marching into its own back garden. And what he means by that is this is German land. This is for Germany to decide what it does with such land. The Rhineland hadn't been taken away from Germany in the Treaty of Versailles. It was still Germany's boundaries, still within Germany's boundaries. They'd just been told by foreign nations that they couldn't put their own troops there. So a lot of politicians like Lord Lothian believed that it was now Germany's business to do as it pleased. Actually, this was quite the gamble. Taking Hitler on his word is understandable at this point, because Lord Lothian can't tell the future in 1936 what's going to happen. But we as historians can now look back and we can see the effect that this has on Hitler's mindset. He becomes far more confident that the Allies, countries like Britain, aren't going to stand in his way as he continues to try and achieve his aims.